If you are a senior in high school, go ahead and click off from this video because baby, I have no advice for you. I'm a senior too. Once you find out, let me know. Once you find out, let me know. But if you're in any other grade, stay. I have chapters and I have advice for every other high school grade. So freshman year, you're new to the school and you don't really know anything. You're still young. You're still really young. You're probably like, what, 13, 14, maybe 15. Like, you're just not that smart yet. And you probably think this is fun. This is like middle school where the grades don't really matter. I'm telling you, the grades matter. If you plan on going to college, you're gonna be looking at your grades from like junior and senior year mostly. But no, you want to lock in your freshman year. You want to already be focused and already think of every single class at my college. Wait, what are they? Who are the people who analyze like the college admit? I don't know who the people who analyze the college applications are, but you want to think of every single class as whatever college I'm going to, they're looking at this. And y'all might be wondering, Rose, why my freshman year when they don't really look at freshman year? Because you're gonna be ahead of everyone. Because most people lock in their sophomore or junior year. I know, because I was silly. I was a silly little freshman and I didn't know my grades mattered at all. So I didn't care about any class. Barely went to the classes, but I locked in my sophomore year. But if you lock in your freshman year, you're ahead of so many people and your discipline is gonna be through the roof. So once you're stressing about like AP exams and everything, you already have the discipline enough to study and pass those AP exams if you choose to take APs. If you don't, that's you. If you don't, like, that's you. But get into a disciplined routine and learn like good study habits your freshman year. I really wish I did. Realize that no one cares about you. No one cares about you as much as you think, and high school is literally gonna fly by. Because it's your first year and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 3 more years to go. That's 365 days, 3 times. You're gonna think it's like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a long time. But when I tell you high school goes by in a blink of an eye, I literally have 8 months left and I feel like I was just a freshman a few days ago. When I look in the mirror, I still see the confused 8th grader going into 9th grade. But no, I'm now like a grown person about to be like a college. I'm about to be a college gal. Yeah, I cared way too much about what people thought, so much so that I didn't join any sport. I didn't join any sports activities, extracurriculars, anything, which leads me to my next point. Join extracurriculars and sports and activities because it's not fun to be lame and boring. It's not cool to not join sports and extracurriculars and activities because you're gonna regret it. I promise you, you're gonna regret it because like you make so much more friends because you guys have like a common interest that y'all do that's not just class. Like making friends in your classes and stuff is cool, but making friends at like a sport or like some other activity is way cooler because it's like we all already know we all have something in common, and it's that we love. Let's say you're in the art club, we all love art, or if you're in soccer, we all love soccer, you know, apart from who we are as like regular people. So you join extracurriculars, activities, clubs, I'd say literally if I could go back, I'd join literally anything my school offered. Okay, let me stop. Not anything, but I joined a lot. I joined a lot more than I did because throughout my entire time in high school, I only joined one extracurricular thing ever. I only joined one after school activity and it's band, and I joined that my junior year. So yeah, if I could go back, I'd join like so many others. Also, you could get an academic scholarship, like that's cute, that's cool, but colleges really look at your ECs and see like you have to be a well-rounded student, so they really see what else you've been doing. Like sure, you have a 36 on the ACT and you've passed 5 AP exams. Do you know how to talk to people? Like do you have anything else that's not just like academics about you? Like do you have anything else that's going on in your life? Make mistakes. Don't be scared to make mistakes your freshman year. Like don't think because people already expect you to make mistakes as a freshman you have to be perfect, because that's the weird mentality I had. I was like, everyone expects me to be dumb and silly as a freshman, but no, I'm gonna be like super smart and super mature for my grade, and to the point where people are not gonna even know I'm a freshman, blah 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 blah. It didn't work. Every single freshman like ever is going to be like immature and stuff, because when you're talking to someone who can vote, like the seniors can vote 18 years old, and you're like 13, 14, like there's no comparison. So of course y'all are not going to be on the same maturity level. If y'all were, it would be weird. If y'all were, it would be scary. Don't be scared to make mistakes because people expect you to already. Just be you. Also, not too much. Don't do too much and be saying stupid stuff and being like really annoying as a freshman and all of that, because like people already expect freshmen to be annoying. So tone the annoying part of you down a little. Like maybe you can make mistakes and still be yourself, but don't be like overly doing too much. Like if you know what I mean, well, you don't know what I mean because you don't know what I mean because you're a freshman. But like don't do too much. Don't do like stupid things and be rowdy and disruptive and like arguing with the teachers when they don't pay them nearly enough to dealing with you at 9 a.m. Like don't be arguing with your algebra teacher at 9 a.m. Like just go to school, do your work, and maybe like be yourself, talk sometimes, but don't always portray that your parents don't give you enough attention at home. Just because your parents don't give you enough attention at home doesn't mean you need to go display that at school. Don't do too much. don't date seniors. And I feel like that's so like cliche and everything. Don't think you're mature for your age. Don't try to be cool so you could impress like senior guys or girls or anything. It's really cringe, and we could always see through it. Like, we could always see through it. I've been a senior for 5 days. We can always see through it, and I've been a senior for 5 days. But like, no, but seriously, don't try to act cool to impress upperclassmen or seniors or anything, because they can see through it and it looks corny and it looks cringe and no one's buying it. Don't date seniors, even if he says you're mature for your age. I promise you, you're not. You're 14 and this 18-year-old man is trying to date you because other 18-year-old girls are not gonna date him. Don't think you're all that just because a senior guy is interested in you. Think he's weird, okay? Think of it as he's weird, not like, oh, I'm so pretty. I must be so pretty. Like, if a senior guy wants me, no, be like, why does a senior guy want me? I'm 14. Like, you know, be like that. Think it's weird. Don't give in to peer pressure, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know who you are. You know who you are, and you know what your values are. And it doesn't matter that Becky's trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do. Don't do anything that you don't want to do. And I feel like this advice goes to college freshmen too. I haven't been a freshman in college, but I could only imagine whenever you change entire environment, peer pressure, like, it's bad normally. Like, it's bad normally, no matter what grade you're in. But once you're like in an entirely new environment, you feel the need to really keep up with whatever people are doing. Like, I know that's how it was for me when I first entered, like, and people were doing stuff that I'm just like, oh, like, that's school. Of course, I never judge them. I would never judge people for like whatever they do, because I literally don't care. When I tell you other people don't care about you, I don't care about other people, because like, but no, seriously, I didn't care that people were doing other stuff. It's just weird whenever you try to make other people do it, because now you're a weirdo for that. Peer pressure is real. Peer pressure is real, and I feel like the times where peer pressure is the realest, the times where peer pressure is like up here, it's like high school and college. Because like, girl, don't give in to peer pressure, because at some point it just needs to stop. Because at some point it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing that you can't stand your ground. You really can't stand your ground. You really don't care about your morals. You really are betraying yourself just for others to like you. How embarrassing for you. That's literally so embarrassing. Like for me, I'm like straight edge, but that's like fully my choice. Like, I'm straight edge fully because it's my own autonomy. Like, if I choose to start smoking later in life, let that be my choice. Like, let that be because I want to do it, not because someone else forced me. And no one has ever like actively peer pressured me, because hello, that's lame. Literally trying to peer pressure, like, are we in a movie? That's literally the lamest thing ever. If I choose to smoke in the future, let that be me. Let it not be that someone has forced me to smoke, because then that's just embarrassing. Okay, so your middle school friend group will most likely fall apart because y'all are getting into high school now. Like, everyone's learning to find out like the things that they like, and people are liking new things. Like, y'all can't expect each other to be this close anymore. It's not middle school. Like, it's okay to diverge and go into different paths and like different things. Like, it's good. It's good. You're good. I promise you, you're fine. So learn how to make new friends, and don't be scared if you like don't have any friends. Like, it's okay to sit by yourself. It's okay to be by yourself. Like, sometimes you just have to be mysterious. Like, don't look at it as you being lonely. Look at it as you being mysterious and cool, and who's that girl? Like, no one knows about her, you know? Or you could have a small friend group, you know? A small good friend group is better than like a big friend group where no one really likes each other. Quality over quantity, 100%, anytime it comes to friends or anything like that. So really value, like, find few good quality friends, and then you can have like a bunch of acquaintances. Like, no one really cares, but like your friends should be really people that you like, and it's okay to only have few friends. Don't feel like you have to be like chasing popularity. That's one thing that I never did in high school. I'm still in high school now, but I never chased popularity from my freshman year up until now, pretty much, because I always thought that was lame, and I didn't even think that was real. I didn't even think being a popular person in high school was like real. I thought it was only in the movie, but I've actually seen some people in my high school who are like pretty popular, I guess. So I guess it is a real thing. It's just not for me, innit? It's just not for me. I could barely hold a conversation with people. I knew that was never gonna be me. Only goal my freshman year in high school was just to like pass. I was like, I just need to make it through another day, and like, but yeah, don't be chasing popularity, because girl, when you get really popular in high school, guess where that's gonna stay? In high school, within those 4 walls. Well, not 4 walls, because like it's a school. Still, it's gonna stay in high school, because once you walk out of high school, no one knows who they are. No one knows who that person is, what that person is, especially when you go to college. Like, no one's gonna care. So what if you're popular at your high school? No one knows you. Literally no one knows you. Like, we don't care if you're super popular at your high school with 300 people. Let's move on. Also, it's okay not to date your freshman year or not be in a relationship. I feel like freshman year, a lot of people are just like, it's the year where more people are dating. I feel like freshman year is the year where people date the most, because you're now in high school and your eyes are shining and you're seeing so many older people that you're like attracted to, I guess. But it's okay not to date. Don't feel lame for not dating anyone your freshman year. Like, you're just fine. Like, give it some time. You're only like 2 years old. Calm down. Thank you to my BB for sponsoring this video. So they were kind enough to send me some contacts here, and yeah, we're gonna try them on. Okay, so my first pair were these red contacts. Make sure you wash your hands and like disinfect it. I washed my hands before this, then put hand sanitizer. It comes with these little things that you could use, but like I just prefer to work with my hands. And tell me why I put this on first try. Like, I've never done that before. I was so like excited. I'm literally goated. Like, I put that on first try. I've never ever done that with any other contacts. It's on there and it looks sick, no? Yeah. It's always so hard for me to put contacts in with nails because I've never, like, I don't really have nails that often, so I was like, this is gonna be difficult. But these contacts latched onto my eyeballs so seamlessly, and it was a bit of a struggle getting them out because I had nails, but you know, I figured it out. They're black contacts, and I accidentally got ones with no like pupil in the middle, so I could just see pitch black. Like, I could not see anything at all. I literally put the contact over the lens so y'all could see what I could see. See how it's nothing? Yeah. And then this is the color bubble gray. Like, it was giving, you know, it was giving very much siren vibes, like mermaid. Yeah, like that's what I was giving. And this was so like easy to put on and off, and I just loved it so much. Like, didn't irritate my eye at all. That's why I was able to put 4 of them on back to back, and my eyes felt the same. You could use code Kobi20 for 20% off, or code Kobi for like buy 2 get 3 free. Both of the links for those are going to be in my description. Thank you once more, my IBB, for sponsoring this video. Moving on to sophomore year. My sophomore year was the first time I took any APs, because you couldn't really take APs your freshman year at my school. So I took AP US history, and let me tell you, I don't regret it at all. At all. I failed the exam. I got a 1, and it's okay. It's okay because I took AP world history the next year and I got a 4. So yeah. But anyways, I failed the exam, but I don't regret taking any APs because it helped me. I challenged myself with college level coursework, and I'm so glad I did because it helped me study on a different level. Even though my studying clearly wasn't effective the first year, it prepared me a lot more for the other things like in my class. Like, I took 1 AP my sophomore year and then 3 my junior year, and I was way more prepared than everyone else. Not everyone else, but I was way more prepared than like the other people in my grade that didn't take any APs their previous year, because they were all very confused, you know. They didn't know how to answer the questions or anything, but I was like, oh, I've done this before. And even like AP world history, I genuinely don't think I would have like passed the exam if I had not taken A push before and failed that, because after I failed that I was like, oh, clearly that study method was not working and I need to implement this, and it's just completely different, you know. I go to a public high school. I think we're like B ranked, which is not like terrible, but it's also not great. You could get good grades without really studying and like applying yourself or retaining any information. Taking AP classes, especially if you want to pass that AP test in May, especially if you want to pass that AP exam in May, it forces you to actually retain information and actually study. Like, I had not gone home and actually studied ever since middle school. Like 9th grade, I don't think there's a single time where I went home and I actually reviewed the material. I just submitted my assignments and that was it. Like, I just did my homework, turned it in, and that was that. Like, taking AP classes really forced me to like reevaluate and actually study. Like, there's not a single AP that I've taken where I haven't actually studied and I don't actually know the material to where you could ask me questions and I'd be able to answer like correctly. Not a single one. Not a single one. I've taken 4 APs now. Have I taken 4? Yeah, I've taken 4 APs now, and every single one you could ask me questions from them or things I've learned and stuff, and I'd be able to tell you because I actually started learning. So I'd say take AP. I don't care if you think you're stupid. I thought I was stupid. Tried to drop out of that class like 2 times, and I was literally crying to my parents to let me drop it, because in my school you can't drop an AP without scheduling a counseling, without scheduling a meeting with your teacher, your counselor, and your parents. So I went to my parents and I was like literally begging them to let me drop A push, and they didn't let me, and I'm so glad they did not let me because I learned so much from that class. If you lock in your sophomore year, you're no longer ahead of your peers academically. You're on track. If you lock in your junior year, you're late. You should have locked in last year, you know. So lock in your sophomore year. Like, this is the year where locking in is a non-negotiable, especially if you plan on going to college. Don't have a huge ego because you're no longer a freshman. Don't be out here bullying freshmen just cause. Don't be out here bullying freshmen just cause. Like, literally, I did not do this my sophomore year because I thought it was so lame. I think it's so lame for you to make fun of people for being freshmen when you're just a freshman, like, what, 2 months ago? Like, that's so lame. Very few upperclassmen actually bully freshmen for being freshmen. The most they're gonna say is that, oh, you look like like a kid. That's it. The people who actually are like, oh, you're a freshie, da da da, make fun of freshmen or whatever, are sophomores, because the trauma is still fresh, you know. They do it to every single every freshman. They did it to me, the classes before me, shit, they're doing it to the freshmen right now, you know. They do it to everyone. Of course you're mad your freshman year, you're like, I wish people would stop making fun of me, but then after, like, once it gets to like your junior year, you forget and you don't care, and you're like, oh, your senior year, it's been 2 years, no one cares. So don't make fun of people for being freshmen just because you're a sophomore, because you were literally a freshman 2 months ago. They're not that different from you. Promise you they're not. Now's the time to start building those relationships with teachers, to write your recommendation letters. All the teachers who I think I'm gonna ask to write me recommendation letters this year, I made friends with or started building relationships with them my sophomore year, and you should too, because girl, you need them to glaze in those letters. They can't just be like, oh yeah, she was cute. They need to be like, she was the best student ever, she was so sweet, so polite, always sent her work in on time. And yeah, you just need to, don't be a brat. Maybe freshman year you were young and you were talking back to teachers a little bit. Cut that out. Sophomore year, cut that out. Every year of high school is a new year, like for you. For me, every single school year, ever since I was in the 5th grade, girl, every single school year is a new opportunity for me to be a different person. So yeah, keep that in mind. Every year of high school is an opportunity to explore your style and experiment and try different things. Like my sophomore year, I bleached my eyebrows. Why? Because I wanted to. Like, I don't care. Like, literally, don't be scared to experiment with your style in high school and try different things. Did some people say they looked ugly? Yeah. Did some people say they looked great? Yeah. Don't be confined to one box and feel like, oh yeah, I have to be like this beauty standard. Because beauty standards matter and pretty privilege, blah, 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 blah. But don't be too restricted to one aesthetic to where you don't experiment. Like, that's lame. That's actually lame and boring and stupid, and lame and boring and stupid. Literally, while I was writing this my summer of sophomore year, it was for me. It was literally for me, because I made these notes as I go. Like, I didn't sit down and think of all these notes and I was like, oh, what advice did I need freshman year, what advice did I need sophomore year, da da da. I literally wrote these notes the summers in between every single year of high school. So that's how you know it's real. Don't be late. Don't be late all the time. Like, it looks like you don't care. It literally looks like you don't care, and it's not very productive. People are gonna think you don't respect their time. Try to be punctual, you know. Actually get there on time. Maybe get school when your school starts at 8:30. Maybe you shouldn't be getting there at 8:45 every morning. You know, just an idea, just a suggestion. Who am I though? Junior year. Welcome, you're now an upperclassman. Like, yeah, like, turn up, slay, you're now a junior. Amazing. Don't only pick classes based on what your friends have picked, because at this point it starts mattering towards whatever you're gonna major in college. Like, if you're gonna major in biology, why are you taking AP art? Because your friend's taking AP art? Like, you know, start actually picking classes based on what you're gonna major in and what you want to do in the future, and have your personality, girl. Don't just pick your entire schedule. Just because you don't have any classes with your friends, you change your entire schedule. What? How lame. How lame. You don't even know who you are. You have no personality. How lame of you. You know, I said your friend group's gonna fall apart freshman year. It's probably gonna fall apart once more. It's probably gonna fall apart yet again junior year, because, like, transitioned again, you've changed, you've become a different person. At this point, this would have been like your 8th grade year. And how different were you from 6th grade to 8th grade? Are they even the same person? 6th grade you and 8th grade you, are they the same person? No, that's pretty much freshman year you and junior year you. So expect your friendships like switch around and be different and everything. And everyone's learning how to drive and getting jobs, and like, yeah, this is where most people actually get their first taste of like adulthood, kind of, sort of, with like maturity and responsibilities and everything. So understand that your friendships are going to change a lot. Try to keep your good friends. At this point, if you're a junior in high school and you still care about popularity, you're insane. You're not okay. You're not okay at all. You're not. You literally have one more year. Don't even count your junior year, because it's gonna fly by like this. Like, you're not gonna know. 1 second you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, first day of junior year, and you blink your eyes and you're a senior. You blink your eyes and they're telling you fill out the common app. Like, it's scary. It's literally scary. That's literally me. That happened to me. I'm telling you, it happened to me. It happened to everyone else I know. It's gonna happen to you too. So your junior year, you should like focus mostly on school. Forget about relationship. You could be in a relationship your junior year too. Hey, who's I think this is where choosing your friends really, really wisely, like, really, like, of course, choose your friends wisely all the other years too, but like, once it comes to like your junior year and you getting to college, really choose your friends wisely, because they could like impact your entire school trajectory. If you're friends with people who never study and always go out, but you want to get straight A's and be like your class is valedictorian, it's just not gonna match, you know. It's just not. Y'all are never gonna meet. Y'all are never gonna like connect. So make friends that actually care about the same things you do, so they can motivate you to to do more things you like doing, you know? If you actually only want to party and go out, you should probably be friends who only party and go out, because if you're friends with people who only want to like study, it's not really gonna make sense, you know, and vice versa. So really be mindful of who you're friends with your junior year. Stay organized. Stay organized, because there's gonna be so many more things you have to do. I remember my junior year, I was stressed about like many things. Taking AP exams, taking the ACT for the first time, which, speaking about the ACT, take your ACT your freshman year. I don't care if you're 12 years old. I don't care if you're scared. I don't care if you don't think you passed. The first time you take the ACT should be your first year in high school. I didn't take the ACT until my junior year, and sure, I got a decent score. I'm not gonna say I got a bad score. Like, it's bad for me, but many people I've told you are like, I got a 5. What are you talking about? But still, take the ACT as many times as you can. Some people don't need to take it more than twice. You might take it one time and get a 36. Maybe that's you, but it's most likely not. So take the ACT for the first time your freshman year, and you don't have to take it again until your junior year. Make sure you take it at least once your freshman year and get that out of the way, so you can at least be like, yeah, like at least you're not walking into it blind like me, because they're gonna make you, like, if you haven't taken the ACT yet, your junior year is the year they're gonna make you take ACT. And yeah, you want to be prepared for that. Like, study for that test, because this is very important. It's not just some silly haha thing. Like, it's gonna really determine what college. This might be the difference between you staying in your parents' home and not going to college and going to a good college. This might be the difference between you going to a community college or going to an actual like prestigious school. Take the ACT as many times as you can and take it seriously. What point was I making? I was saying, oh yeah, stay organized, because there's gonna be like a bunch of stuff that you're like prioritizing and things that are gonna be important. Learn how to manage your time effectively, because there's gonna be a lot of things that, like I said, the way it goes with organization and time management kind of go hand in hand. Learn how to organize and prioritize your tasks, and also like manage the time you allocate to each task, so you could like efficiently complete all these tasks. And at the end of the day, you're not confused on where the day went. Like, you're not confused on how the day just slipped past you. You actually know, because you properly allocated your time to each task, you know, and stuff like that. So manage your time effectively, because when people say junior year is the hardest year of high school, I'm sorry, but they're not lying. I felt like ending it every single day of junior year first semester. But once it got to May and I was done taking all the AP exams, I was like, finally I could rest, because my last exam, my school ended for me on like May 25th, and my last exam was on May 14th. So after May 14th, I could breathe, and I was happy, and I was like, it was just peace, quiet, serenity. Like, I was just pure bliss. But until then, it's gruesome, it's hard, and it is gonna be your hardest year of high school. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're gonna make it out. You know, the only way out of it is through it. Because I was really scared, but you're fine. You're gonna be okay. I know you are. Stay healthy, mentally, physically. Work out and take breaks, because with all these new responsibilities and things coming at you, you're gonna feel like overwhelmed, and a lot of time people can neglect their mental and physical health. Don't be that person. Take care of your mental health. Journal. Do self-care days. Do whatever you need to do to make sure you're good, like in your head. To make sure up here we're Gucci. And then work out, because working out releases endorphins, and it's good for you. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind, you know. I remember like my junior year, I would literally go to the gym and I'd be on the treadmill listening to my notes. I passed though, so it was worth it, I guess. But like, that's how gruesome it gets. Last but not least, I did not mention this for the other grades, but plan for your future. Actually getting real now, and I know you're probably like 17 years old. Like, planning for your future seems insane. However, you need to. I know you're like 16, 17 years old, but planning for your future is so necessary at this point. It's right around the corner. Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be gone in the blink of an eye. So like, start thinking of what you want to do in college, what you want to do after 4 years, after your bachelor's. I know I have my plan, low-key, kinda. Right now, I think I know what I want to do for the next 16 years. You have to think in the future. You can't wait until your senior year to be thinking about what you're going to major in or what you're going to do. I started thinking about college, like stressing about going to college ever since the summer of my sophomore year, and I'm still learning new things every day, and I'm still not sure about the major I want to do. I think I want to major in biology, but like, you never know. So start thinking about your future in detail junior year. Like, if you've been saying for the entire time, oh, I want to be a lawyer, start thinking about the steps you're going to have to go through to become a lawyer, and start thinking of that stuff during junior year, because that summer you're gonna be looking for volunteer community service hours that pertain to that, to what you want to major in, looking for internship positions that pertain to that. Like, it's really gonna get real. And like, what are you trying to do? Like, how are you gonna be a productive member of society? At this point, that's what we need to know. We don't care about anything else. How are you gonna benefit society? What do you want to do? What do you actually want to do? You know, at this point, that it gets very real. It gets very real very fast, and it's very scary, but you're gonna be okay. You made it through freshman and sophomore year, and now you're a junior, and you're gonna be just fine. Like the way you were the other past like the way you were the past years, you're gonna be just like, you're gonna be okay and it's gonna fly by. I'm a senior now, so I don't really have much advice for you guys pertaining to that. I'm scared and I don't know what to do, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it like into college, but I really hope I do. I don't know what to do with my senior year. I know I have to like focus on like college and getting into it, but I don't know. And I'm 15 right now. I turn 16 next month, but like I'm still very young in my grade, and it feels very like real and very scary. It feels very scary. You should not make 15-year-olds decide what major they want to do, but it's whatever in it. It's whatever in it. You should not make a 15-year-old decide what she wants to do for the rest of her life. And I know I could go into college undecided, but I feel like that's stupid. Okay, this video wasn't about me. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, comments that emoji, and thank you. Like, bye.